Hey guys, what's up? So it seemed like there was quite a bit of interest on the introduction in this car. If you guys haven't seen that video, I suggest you check it out. But it's just some short clips of a little walk around of the car. Most of this is just mock-up. It's not permanent at the moment. Obviously keeping the manifold and everything, but this video I'm just going to go some more in depth of what I've done here and what I still have to do. So mainly this, I took all this off because I did an EGR delete, which you'll need to do for your boosted vehicle, which is actually pretty easy. There's a bunch of shit on the back of this manifold, and like I just built a small plate here for this block off. I can't remember what part that was. There's some kind of recirculation valve, but that's got to go. And you can block it off here. You can take this off, I believe, but it's just easier to block it off here. And this also. The main reason I took this off again is because I left, there's some flaps in here, and I left those inside. They're actually right here for whatever reason the first time, and then there's a big rod that connects them all, so that has to come out, and you have to take the screw out to get that out, as well as the smaller screws on the flaps. And then it just slides right through this hole, and obviously you have to plug this hole off, which it should be a plate like this, and there should be a lever kind of on it. I don't have it anymore, but so that's why I took that off again. I was also missing one of these long manifold bolts, which I just got another one. I have to cut this one down a bit though, and I believe that was it. There's also a bunch of ports on this you can take off. I leave this valve on, the AAC valve, and this one in here. I can't remember what they're called. They're actually good for cold weather startups, which I'm in Canada, so I have a lot of cold weather, but I believe you can delete these two. I'm gonna keep this one for my boost gauge probably, and I think you can get rid of this one too, but that's just aesthetic stuff, and I'm not too worried about that. But and you can delete this as well. I think that's a PCV valve. I never deleted mine. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm running an oversized oil filter. I might have to go to the regular size. I think the regular size only goes to like here, if you can see it, because I'm going to be running a sandwich plate. I haven't even test fitted this yet, so hopefully it fits, but it's a Mishimoto. It's like, I think $80. It's on sale on Enjuku Racing right now. And I've got just some eBay fittings. So there's a drain and the feed. I'm not going to be using this feed. However, this feed, for some reason, on my turbo, if we go to it here, so this is my drain side. The feed, for some reason, lines up perfectly with the holes, and for some reason it is different than the drain. So I just quickly, I'm gonna try it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm just punched 2 spots you can see there. And I'm gonna essentially drill it out to that hole size, so hopefully that works, and that'll be my drain. And I got my drain line and AM fittings, and just a cheap eBay kit. I'm not too picky on parts, but this is a budget build. This is an eBay Turbo. It's a GT35 82R, maybe just an 82. I think they are the same thing, but this looks big, but it's actually not. It just looks big because of the anti-surge housing. So I'm just going to go through a run through some of the parts that I have. Still have some parts in the mail, but for right now, by the time the next video comes out, I should have all my parts. But for right now, I'm just going to show you guys what I have, which is, so I've got my wideband here. If I were to go back in time, I would have got an AEM wideband, but I was on eBay at the time, so I just, whatever. So I got this. It's not really cheap, but the gauge is kind of cheap. I like it, it looks nice, but you can tell it's obviously not up to the standard. It's but it does share the same sensor as the AEM, so that's a plus. And then all my wiring for that, which I haven't really looked into yet, but and it comes with a bung and everything to weld in there, so it's all good. And then another part is my fuel pump. So again, eBay special. This is the brand name is NP Boosted. I'm sure it's a bunch of other brand names as well, but it's a 255 Walbro. So it claims, and it comes with all the housings, the wiring. Sorry, it's getting a little cold in here. I don't have the heater on right now, but, and the sock. And that's that. And I've got this. I kind of just ordered because I don't need it, but it was on sale, so it came from Injuku. It's just a spare, nice aluminum water pump. I don't need it. I'm gonna replace it anyway while I'm in there because they're a pain to replace. I just don't want to take everything apart again. So mine works fine, but may as well replace it while I'm in there. It's getting really cold in here. But so that's those parts. I've got my boost gauge. It's actually in the car. And my turbo and my manifold, obviously. So parts that I actually have already in the car. I have a B&M short throw shifter. I believe it's the first gen, not the greatest. I'd probably go with ISR next, but it works for now. And just a regular shift knob. I've also got this gauge pod in here. I actually have a 3D printer, so I got printed a cup holder and some gauges here. I got my boost. This one's coming out. It's just a holder, just voltage, but I'm gonna put my wideband in here. And my temperature, I might take this one out and put a oil pressure here because I'm gonna try to get my only half of my dash works right now. The RPM gauge doesn't work, which I'm gonna need for dyno, and my temp gauge doesn't work either. And this wheel came with the car, and yeah. So I've also got my intercooler, again, eBay. Honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with an eBay intercooler, but all my piping, it's all 2.5. I think this kit was $100, and then this was $80. The intercooler, I think it's 26 inches by I don't even know, 13, something like that. But nothing special. It's really just a budget build. Right now I'm still waiting on my wastegate. It's a 38mm, I believe. I can't even remember. And my blow-off valve. I'll go through all those parts with you guys as I'm building it. some things I'm running into trouble with right now is actually on my turbo. Just trying to figure this out because I've got, so it's, you can see I've got a line here, my drain, flip it around, there's my feed, and then I've got another line here. It's actually coolant lines too. I'm not going to be running those. I'll show you guys if you have a scenario like this or you buy the same turbo, what to use for these. They're actually Honda drain plugs. This one isn't actually Honda, but it's an M14 by 1.5 thread pitch. That's what they are. So I'm just going to use these to block those ports off. I'm not going to be running coolant, so yeah. And a little history on the car. It was actually a funny story. My friend has a LS 240. And so he kind of got me into it. I was not really looking for one, but I was looking for a project car at the time, and one of the cars I was looking at was a 5-liter Mustang, and it was an older year. It had a 5-liter swap in it. And then before I got to look at that one, he actually sent me an ad for this car. And funny story, it was actually a family drift car. So I mean, the whole family was ripping it, you know, younger kids and stuff. So it is fairly beat up. I'm going to be doing some body work on it. It's got rust here and there, like the rockers, but I got a plan for that, and I think you guys will like it. Hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, then we'll get new rockers, but I got a pretty decent plan for those, and I think it'll look nice once it's done. This is the color I want to go with. I just sprayed it on here real quick to see what it looked like, and I want to go that color all around with a black hood, black roof, black trunk. I think that'll look nice, satin black. And yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy the journey. But if you guys want to know more about this car, could probably do some voiceovers maybe or something, but this is just another quick little introduction on some parts and stuff that I have. And yeah, it's getting really cold out here. I need to fire up that heater again, but see you guys in the next episode, which should be after the new year, so not too long, but hoping by then I have all my parts. So yeah, happy new year. See you in the next one.